Hello students, after a long interval we are going to interact. Today I am going to teach you latitude and longitude, which will be very interesting though it is a little tough. Go through. All the best. Students, today I will teach you latitude and longitude. Already the first chapter we have completed, and this is the second one where we are going to discuss about latitude, the importance, then parallels of latitude and the characteristics. Listen children, already in the first chapter you know that the shape of the earth is oblate spheroid or geoid. So Earth's spherical shape is best represented by means of a globe. No doubt all of you have seen the globe, and on the globe the vertical and the horizontal lines are drawn. The vertical lines from north to south and the horizontal lines from east to west form the grid system. They are termed as latitudes and longitudes. But what about the geographic grid? The network of parallels of latitudes and the meridians of longitude drawn on a map or a globe, which help us to determine or to locate any place, is called as geographic grid system. The grid system has full circles of latitudes which are parallel to the equator and semicircles of the meridians of longitudes which are drawn east and west of the prime meridian. Here let me tell about what is prime meridian. The vertical line that runs from northern pole to south pole or north to south, and it divides the earth into the eastern and the western hemisphere. Equator and prime meridian are the two references for the location of any place. Let us discuss about the important parallels of latitude, but before that let me say why are they termed as parallels of latitude. They are parallel to equator and parallel to each other, because of which they are termed as parallels of latitude. Just you see, equator is there in the middle. The latitudes are drawn towards north and south. There, the extreme north, where it is written 90 degree, it is just a small circle or a point. Similarly, it is there in the southern hemisphere. The south pole is also a point. The equator is the largest circle because it divides the earth into two equal halves. Remember, there is no such line actually drawn. They all are the imaginary. When equator is the largest circle towards north and south, the latitudes decrease in size. Already I have said they are just point towards north and south pole. Children, the distance between two latitude is 111 kilometer. How it has come, how do we get it? See the calculation, already it is written over there. I have given you the circumference of the earth divided by 360 degree, which is approximately coming to 111 kilometer or 111 kilometer. Now, what is latitude? Latitude and parallels of latitude, they are different. Lines drawn to north and south of the equator, they are parallels of latitude, whereas any angle formed is termed as latitude only. Thus, it is the angular distance measured in degrees north and south of the equator. Already I have said about equator. Now the other important parallels of latitude, the Tropic of Cancer. It is the 23.5 degree north latitude. Here on June 21st, the sun is overhead or remains overhead, which makes the longest day of the year in the northern hemisphere. Next to it, just in the southern hemisphere, the other one is the Tropic of Capricorn. Here on December 22nd, we get the longest day in the southern hemisphere because of the direct rays of the sun. Next to it is the Arctic Circle. The value is 66.5 degree north latitude. In these latitudes receive the slanting or the oblique rays of the sun, due to which it is a little bit cold. The last one is the Antarctic Circle, which is the 66.5 degree south latitude. Areas are located here very cold. The final two are the North Pole 90 degree north and the South Pole 90 degree south. The latitudes are very important for us because they help us to locate the places. They form the climatic zones. Here this is the diagram of the climatic zone and importance of the latitude. Equator is in the middle. Tropic of Cancer 23.5 degree. Arctic Circle, then North Pole. Tropic of Capricorn 23.5 degree south. Antarctic Circle 66.5 degree south, then South Pole 90 degree. Now with this diagram you can see the different colors are given over here. The yellow color, it is just the hot or the torrid zone. Above that the temperate zone, and the red color to both the hemispheres denote about the frigid zone. Now this climatic zone we will discuss, but before that again I am saying latitudes help us to locate the places. They form the climatic zone. Equator is the important great circle route which saves fuel. We will discuss it afterwards, but let me discuss now about the climatic zones of the earth. Children, what about these climatic zones? Why it has been divided into different zones, and on based on what it has been divided? The climatic zones of the earth is divided on the basis of the rays received by the area, or simply we can say it is insolation. What is insolation? It is incoming solar radiation. When insolation is more over the area, or the direct rays is more over the area, then it is hot, very hot, whereas where it is just moderate, the climate is moderate. Where the rays will be totally oblique or slanting, there it is the cold climatic condition which will be there in frigid zone. Let us discuss about all the heat zones. Based on these rays, the first one is the torrid or the hot zone. Just look at the location and the characteristics. The hot zone is located between equator to Tropic of Cancer in the north and equator to Tropic of Capricorn in the south. The areas located here get the direct sun rays or the vertical rays, due to which it is the hottest zone. It is the area of low pressure. This low pressure and high pressure we will discuss in the next chapter, but remember it is the area of low pressure or doldrum. Doldrum means the belt of calm. The second one is the temperate or the moderate zone. From the name only it is clear that temperature is not so high, it is moderate, which is suitable for the human beings to live. The location is between the Tropic of Cancer to Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere and Tropic of Capricorn to Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere. Here the areas located, they get the slanting rays of the sun or the oblique rays of the sun, due to which temperature is moderate. Most of the people live in this temperate or the moderate zone because of the suitable climatic condition. The frigid zone or the cold zone. It is located between the Arctic Circle to the North Pole in the northern hemisphere and Antarctic Circle to the South Pole in the southern hemisphere. Here the areas receive the indirect, you can say the oblique rays or the slanting rays of the sun throughout the year. Thus it is the coldest zone and the areas of high pressure, but population is not high, it is less. Children, all these zones you have to carefully listen, read it, go through the books. Just let me once again say about the characteristics of the latitude. They are parallel to each other. The size of the latitudes decreases as one moves from equator towards north and south. Equator is the largest possible circle, or named as Great Circle, because it divides the whole earth into two equal hemispheres, northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. The distance between two latitudes is 111 km. The north and south pole, they are just 2 points. All these latitudes are full circles. There are 90 latitudes to a northern side, 90 towards southern side, and equator is 1. Thus we have 181 latitudes, which are imaginary lines. No such actual lines are drawn. Thank you, children.